okay? So, hello and welcome to Themeathon, this time without interruptions, maybe, hopefully, pray. We have cdrom here, he is going to present Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer, introduce yourself, and then just tell me when to start.
Sure, at the risk of sounding entirely disingenuous, hello, I'm cdrom1019, I'm the host of Chaos Control Channel, and welcome to the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer. I will try to be maybe a little less verbose this go-around, yeah, so it's a randomizer. It randomizes things. It shuffles a lot of important checks. There was an incentive met today for an all-blue numbers run that upgraded the run that you were going to get, so now you get to see a run where I have to go finding every important check in the run. There's 52 of them before I can start the final fights and defeat Final Zenmus. In order to even do that, I must find the 3 proofs and the promise charm to be able to use the portal in the center of the Garden of Assemblage to get to those fights. There are several worlds. You can see the tracker, which is a little bit transparent on your screen. That's going to keep track of how many checks are in each world and what checks I have to look for. It's also keeping track of my stats. And I will have everything I need to start Final Fights when each of those worlds displays a blue 0 on the world. The only other things I can think of in the housekeeping bit, again, I'm condensing what I would normally say, I don't know what word I'm looking for is, but the only other things I need to bring up is that this will probably differ from a standard speedrun in the sense that my course is not plotted. I need to make real-time decision-making. This probably will go off the rails in a couple instances. It is very likely that I will die in certain places. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope everybody's ready. I will explain things as I go forward. If the host has any questions, I will do my best to answer them. Cool. All right. Is working. The last thing I'll do is very briefly show off this really cool custom Final Mix Randomizer artwork. It's really awesome. This is a fresh faces format, which is basically the most what I believe is the most pick up and play, least barrier of entry, most accessible form to play the game. With the only differences being that from the tournament that I'm playing this on critical mode with the world that never was turned on. I think that's everything. All right, our run will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The game will start with Sora being dropped into the Station of Serenity. I will always pick the sword because it's the fastest one to pick. It doesn't matter, my stats are going to be randomized anyway. Always pick the sword. So here we are in the Garden of Assemblage. It's the nexus for which we'll be hopping to different worlds. I'm going to start by turning some abilities that I've been giving as part of the Fresh Faces format on. I'm going to grab these 2 chests. A cure right off the bat. Okay, we didn't see that one coming. I'm going to open these 2. And my Trinity lit it early. That's a good find. Did I... Hold on a second. Something's wrong. Where's my... I turned on the wrong ability. That's why. Okay. That happens. That's better. Okay. Alright, so... The first somewhat adept strategy of this run. I'm going into the Pride Lands, and you might be thinking, well, that seems like a high-level world to be starting in, and you would not be wrong. There are a multitude of reasons why we start here. Here comes one of the first reasons, and this involves kind of a bit of an adept strategy. I'm going to manipulate the RNG by going here first, rodeo on this Living Bones, throw it into a Grand Cross, attempt to catch the one with the head in midair, missed, but I got it. I'm going to lion combo it with the spinning lion combo. I hit it once, smash my X button, and that is the easiest way to kill these Living Bones. And that's very beneficial because that grants a lot of EXP right off the bat. By the time I kill this Living Bones, I should be at level 8. So from 1 to 8 immediately. Second reason we're going to the Pride Lands first is because there's basically a straight shot of every chest in this world from one side of the world to the other. There are 2 checks in this world, so there is a high probability that from start all the way to the Oasis, I will find all the checks I need. If I don't, it means they're hidden a little deeper into the world. We don't know what will happen until basically I attempt to make it happen. The name of the game early on is find as many chests as you can, open them, hope they have something good inside. Three chests in this area. Jump. We are leaving. Savannah has no checks here. We're making our way towards the gorge, and there'll be 5 checks in this area. You're also going to notice a few differences from the vanilla game in terms of quality of life improvements. I'll point them out as we go through them. My wisdom form.
Can I interrupt really quick?
Yes.
For whatever reason, the audio is crackling like crazy, and we don't know why. Hello, we are back on air. Hopefully the audio is fixed. Rage?
Well, I have one other option, but it's not going to sound as high quality. But if it's fixed, it's fixed.
If it's fixed, it's fixed. So just tell me when to start the audio, the run again, and then continue.
All right. Yep. I will resume in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, as I was saying, really a decently big find right before that happened. We found our wisdom form early, which is great, because there are 3 important checks on drive forms. The kicker is that I don't know which drive form has all those checks. I have to level them all up individually to find out which ones. And if you played Kingdom Hearts 2 before, you're probably aware that each of those drive forms levels up in a different way. Valor form will level up 1 EXP per hit. Wisdom levels up 1 EXP per Heartless Defeated. Limit is 1 EXP per limit command. Master is 1 EXP per Drive Orb. And Final is 1 EXP per Nobody Defeated. You'll hear a lot of people that play the randomizer very frequently say that one of the harder things to do when you're learning the randomizer is learn and memorize locations where you can level up your drive forms on the fly. I've got a few places memorized, and it does affect my decision-making. You'll probably see that happen. Alright, 2 more checks in the Oasis. I'm hoping that one of them's got the check. You may also hear me refer to a chest and a check interchangeably. It did had my money pouch. This world is completely dead to me, which is great news because I don't want to come back to it. Alright, so I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to start by going into a couple worlds that have a fight at the near beginning of the world that I can basically skip by abusing the death system. Essentially, I can just take damage in the fight and allow the fight to end with no penalty to me. So I'm going to start by grabbing these 3 chests, and I'm going to go into the docks. And I'm essentially going to let these guys just shoot me. Shoot me. Hit me. I'm a jerk. It's fun. Again, hit me. Okay, that fight's done. But I have to do it again. Hit me. Just hit me. Do it again. Do it again. Hit me. There we go. Okay, and then we're not going to push this world further. We're going to leave. I just needed to get that out of the way. There is a method to my madness, and you'll learn that as we continue. There are 2 more fights that are just like that, and we're going to get through them right now. I always make that mistake. Here's the Halloween Town. 2 chests right at the beginning of the graveyard. One has my magnet. That's some Khmer magic is great to have right off the run, so that's great. I'm going to make a lot of use of that. 1 chest in Finkelstein's lab. And then when we leave the square, we go to the next fight, the next Death Abuse fight. Just gonna run into these Heartless. They did, well, okay, they did attack me. It wasn't what I was used to, but it worked. 2 chests right in the square. Leaving the graveyard and heading towards the hinterlands. What is my strength stat at? 13, 18? Ooh. Alright, let's see. I want to turn this off. I don't like that being there. I don't like that being there either. Okay. I'll grab 3 chests in the hinterlands here. And there's an Ansem report. The Ansem reports will hint to me where certain checks are, but it's not hinting anything useful to me right now because it's telling me that Pride Lance has my wisdom form, which I kind of already figured out. Alright, I'm going to do something a little stupid, and I'm going to attempt it once, and that's by engaging this fight earlier than I normally would, just to see if I can get it out of the way. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to magnet, see if I can knock out this Heartless without getting myself killed. By juggling it in the air. Whoop. If I can, then 2 more are gonna spawn. It's... Oh, hang on. Concentrating, hang on. Oh boy, I might have this. Let's see, and then I'm gonna go into a dance call, and I'm gonna gather this first Jack-in-the-Box. Where's the other one? It's over here. Got them both. This might kill them both. Let's see. Oh, please. First try, baby! Alright. Love to see it. Good. That's excellent because that allows me to push this world just a little bit further. I'm gonna grab the 4 chests in this area. There's still 2 checks in this world. Okay, nothing of use here. I'm gonna grab the 2 in Santa's workshop, or Santa's house. Nothing. That's a bummer. Alright, go into the workshop, but at least that fight's out of the way. Engage the cutscene. Head up to the hill. And we are leaving. Next on the agenda, we're going to head over to Agrabah and engage another Death Abuse fight. I'm gonna back one of these Heartless into the wall, and then encourage him to attack me. And that fight's done. Alright, Agrabah is a great world to go to early on, too, because it's particularly chest-dense. So there's about 5 or 6 in it. No, there's about 7 in this area, I think. Let's count them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 7. Hey, there's a glide upgrade. That's great to have. I'd like to have a few more of those. Okay, we'll glide our way over to the palace. Skip. Carefully make our way back over to the peddler shop. Head out to the bazaar. This part gets a little bit dicey. Let's see. Go up here and grab the 4 chests in this area. One of the chests is behind a shop that I need to destroy with magic. But I only have magnets. Let's see if this works. It did not. Alright, hold on. I need to be particularly... Oop, there's the thunder element. Need to be a little careful here because these Heartless are a little finicky. I need to spawn... There we go. And he will destroy this one. Come on. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Come on. Give me some fire. Are you... Come on, man. You can do it. The flamethrower, dude! The flamethrower! You are killing me, man. Come on. There you go! Alright. Now I'll grab this one over here. And we are leaving. So I got a thunder spell here. There's one more check in this area, and I still have to go digging for it. Two chests behind the Cave of Wonders. Watch myself here. Okay. Into the cave. 4 chests in this room. And... aerial dodge upgrade, I'll take that. Alright, so I'm gonna be leaving this world shortly, but first we have to play this little mini-game to get Abu to the other side of the hall. We're basically gonna do that by walking very slowly and mashing the Y button. And jumping. Okay. Doing that will open up a save point, which I can use to warp back to the garden. Alright, now begins what I like to refer to as the Shotgun World Tour. Shotgun is what we refer to as entering a world, grabbing the checks immediately there, and then leaving. Here's an example. I'm going to enter the Land of Dragons. The Land of Dragons has 3 checks at the first area. I'm going to grab them, and I'm going to leave. And that's why we shotgun, because there was an important check on there. It's telling me that Sora's Heart has Master Form. Alright, let's think about where else to go. There are a lot of checks in Disney Castle, so let's actually push that world. This might be a good time to talk about a few additional modifications I have to this game. I have a couple of cosmetic mods on. They're more for me, but they make the run a little more interesting to look at. You'll know them when you see them, and I will call them out when they happen. So keep your eyes open for them, because I think they look really cool. There's a blizzard, that's one of the checks. Upgrade to my high jump, I'll take that. Okay, we're gonna glide all the way over to the door over here. Glide 2 is great, but I would like another glide upgrade at some point. Talk to Minnie. Minnie had a potion. Okay, normally I leave, but I'm gonna push this segment right now. Let's just get this out of the way. There is still... Actually, should I? You know what? I changed my mind. Can I go back? Yeah. Alright, let's come back to this. We have to come back at some point because there's still something stuck here. I'd like to level up a bit more before I do that. Let's go to Olympus. Talk to Meg. Level 13 already? Okay. About 5 in this area? 4 or 5? Yep, 5. This way. And there are 5 important checks in the world. Now, it's a little hard to see, but what you might also be noticing on the tracker, if you're paying really close attention, again, very hard to see, so if you didn't notice, I don't blame you. When I enter a world, you'll probably see a little, yes, a glide upgrade, thank you. A little treasure chest icon that appears over the world icon. That's kind of keeping track of where I am in that world, and basically what I want to do right now is get all these worlds to have that little treasure chest icon. That tells me that I've at least entered the world, which I'm using to track that I've basically shotgunned the world and grabbed the immediate checks. Grab these 3 here. Unsurprisingly, the first area in the 100-acre wood did not have anything useful, so I have to look for the 5 torn pages to advance this world. Let's see. There are 8 in the world that never was, so that would be a good idea to shotgun, because there are 4 at the beginning. Ooh, that'll be helpful if I have to go... Well, actually, no, I don't have to. Never mind. Berserk Charge has uses, but I don't use it very often. Depends on what I'm doing. There's a certain boss in the Pride Lands that the Berserk Charge is particularly helpful for. Okay, let's go to Space Paranoids. Grab these 2 chests here. Yielded me nothing interesting. But that's okay, because there's another 4 chests in this area. Ooh, they might be very deep today. Alright. I cannot leave this world until I play this little mini-game to turn the power back on. Where is it? Oh, over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. And now we can leave. Exit this world. Okay, that's one side of the board. Let's do the other. Let's go to Twilight Town. The only world I'm not planning on shotgunning is Simulated Twilight Town, and that's because there's very little to shotgun. A lot of the checks in that area are kind of, oh my lord, there's a proof. Are on the board. A lot of those checks in Simulated Twilight Town are on bonuses. I'd like some more stats before I go into that world. So that will, I will go in there at some point. I have to. We're playing an ABN seed, so I must find every important check. But for regular Twilight Town, we're going to go this way. Everyone's got their own particular route. I've changed how I routed this world a little while ago. I'm going to grab those 2, go over here and grab the 3 in the forest. Leave. And head over here. Grab this chest. Glide our way over this one. Loop back around to the one over on here. Straight shot to this chest over here. And the one at the tram common. MP upgrade. Cool. Alright, now I'm not going to push this world any further. Let's talk briefly about some weird hills to die on. I have a couple, and that's that there are certain fights that I try not to go past in this game until I have certain drive forms. That ties itself into the hardest part about this being memorizing where good places to level up are. I have a few, and one of them I'm going to take advantage of right now is Beast Castle. I normally wouldn't go in here this early, but it's a good opportunity to do so because I already have Wisdom Form. The only downside is I can only level up to level 3 Wisdom Form right now, but this is a good time to do this.
Give me strength.
Now, if you're also watching this and you're thinking, wow, that level up was really fast, you're not wrong. Part of the randomizer, and I believe the community had agreed to this well before I started playing, is that the dry form level ups are on a 3x multiplier, so they go pretty quick. That was over just as quickly as it started, which is great, because usually you're there for a while. So we got some quick level ups out of that. Unfortunately, it didn't yield any checks, but that's okay. There's going to be plenty of places where I can use these dry forms in the rest of the run. Magnet Burst. Hey, that's cool. Now, I'm not particularly hoping for them above important checks. The important checks are the most important things I can find in this run, but it's cool that it's helpful to find some certain abilities here and there. I've already found my Trinity limit, which does me loads of favors when I have to go into Simulated Twilight Town. But Magnet Burst is a great finisher, and I'm really hoping I find my Explosion at some point. I'm going to push this world just a little bit further. back here and grab these two. Another magnet element. Love to see it. Nera is great at this stage. Grab these two chests. Okay, let's talk briefly about some of those quality of life improvements. We call them that because they kind of are. One of the quality of life improvements that was enabled in the Fresh Faces tournament was disabling the wake-up animation for the wardrobe. Why? Because we hate it. It slows things down, so we turned it off. And that minigame is over just as quickly as it started. Now here's the unfortunate news. I will not be pushing that door any further just yet. The Thresholder boss fight is a decent drop of some drive orbs, which are needed to level up Master Form. I would prefer not to go into that fight yet without my Master Form, but when push comes to shove, I might make a decision to push it further anyway. Left over is Hollow Bastion. Hollow Bastion is probably the one world in this list that I double dip on, and I basically mean I do phase 1 and then I immediately jump back in. Whoop, didn't need to do that, there we go. Come on, it's the down, it's not that hard. I think that's also a fight that I could death abuse, but with base level nobodies, it's usually quicker if I just fight them. At least from my experience. I'm gonna grab the 3 of the 5 chests here. And head into Merlin's house. Leave just as I arrive. Grab these 2 chests on the way to the Bailey, and engage the Bailey fight. The Bailey fight, after finishing the Bailey fight, it will kick me out of this world. Alright, I got some tools to play with. Let's make this happen. Yeah. Ow. Oh, I have Thunder and Blizzard. I forgot about that.
Here goes. Here goes.
Fortunately, I don't have a whole lot of MP right now. I'm at drive level 8 already? How did that happen? And that's rhetorical, by the way. I know how it happened, I just wasn't keeping track of my drive level up, so I must have collected a bunch of them already. Okay. And that is phase 1 of Hollow Bastion. Unfortunately, yielded us no important checks. So we're gonna dive right back into the world. Say hi to Cloud. Hi, Cloud. Bye, Cloud. Head over to Merlin's house again. Leave. And head back to the Bailey. Let's see, I have a glide level 3, so it might be faster to glide than skateboard. I think it is. Make our way to the postern. Grab the 3 chests here. Hey, some torn pages. There's 1 check remaining in this world. Ooh. I'm continuing to get a couple of good skills out of this. Hang mostly left in this maze area. It's how I remember my routing. I watched the first step when I tried to learn how to do this randomizer. It was always veer left. I think that was 4 checks. Okay, grab this chest here. Talk to Leon. Talk to the wall. Talk to the computer. Double back. Check the door. This door's open because I have the membership card. Or not the membership card, the mysterious disc. Comes with the... well, it was in my starting pool. Alright, we're gonna leave, and we'll come back later. Alright, looking at this, most of the worlds have been shotgun, so I'm gonna take a quick moment to equip a bunch of my skills. And then... nope, not that one. Okay, and I'm also gonna check... Did I check Donald's abilities? I did not. And I will check my armor. 910, beautiful, with a draw. All right, let's see. What do I have for defense? Let's see if there's any good accessories I have right now. I have to check this every so often. All right, that looks good to me. Let's see, level 15. Let's go back to. Is this a good? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's push Olympus Coliseum. I think I've got enough. Oh, well, you know what? Normally I go somewhere else, but that's okay. Let's try this first. If this goes poorly for me, then I can double back. You might hear me refer to this as bad decision simulator every so often. Not entirely wrong.
Huh. That's it. Huh. That's it.
This is where having my explosion would have come in handy.
Feel the heat.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish I had a reflect right about now, too. That'd be great. But some doubled
That's it.
magnet magic is just as excellent, especially with a magnet burst, so I'm going to try to make quick work of this whole escape segment. So that's one fight down. Here comes the second.
Gather. Yeah.
Feel the heat.
This is it.
Whoop. Oh.
Feel the heat. Feel the heat.
Take this.
Feel the heat.
That's 2.
Gather. It's over.
That's 3. That's 4.
Yeah.
Ah.
Feel the heat.
Back off. Take this.
Haha.
Feel the
That's
heat.
4. And leaving. How far do I want to push this? Things are going well. Let's continue. Okay, gonna go out the opposite way of which we came in. Cerberus fight. Sometimes I prefer to do this with a reflect, but I don't have one, so I'm gonna have to improvise just a little bit.
Farewell.
Oh, come on. Oh, I have Combo Master on, that's right.
Farewell.
Alright.
Back off.
Come on, doggy. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Alright, got him. I didn't even have to bring out the dog paddle, which is always a good day in my book. Okay, we get to leave the underground and go actually up to Olympus. And I already have maxed out drive gauge, which is just great, man. Okay, more quality of life improvements. You may recall the tragedy that is the practice minigame. It comes as no shock to you that we as speedrunners also do not like this game. So we turned on this. Oh my god, did you see how fast that was? I'm just that awesome. Nah, it's a quality of life improvement. We call this fast urns. Basically, it's a setting that allows that makes the urns, when broken, drop a ton of the large medals instead of the small ones, which makes this minigame end just as quickly as it begins. Okay, now that that's over, we can talk to Herc. Leave. And we can push the world a little further. I still haven't found anything in this world, but there's a good number of chests coming up here, so that's why I'm kind of pushing this a little harder. Okay, there's one down here. Glide across the way. Four in the Lost Road. Torn pages. Second chance. That's a good find. Second chance is one of the few skills that is classified as an important check. The other one being once more. And I realize I didn't go over all the important checks. So they are second chance, once more, all 3 of each magic, the 3 proofs, the promise charm, each of the summons, each of the drive forms, and 2 money pouches, 5 torn pages, and 13 answer reports. Alright, first damage fight. If you can even call it a fight.
Back off!
You're wondering why I'm not saying anything is because I know you're just as disinterested in this as I am, so I can't make this any more interesting. I can only just get it out of the way as quickly as possible by concentrating. It's done. Hey, an answer report is a bonus. It's telling me that the world that never was has a fire element in it. 3 chests in here. I'm sorry, not 3, 2 chests. Oh yeah, 3 chests in here. Second answer report. Disney Castle has blizzard element. There is 1 check remaining in this world. Let's see if I can find it by engaging the world a little further. Oops, not you. Oh. Can you lock onto the right enemy, please? That would be just great. What is happening? There. I shouldn't have taken that long. Okay, so I'm not going to push this world any further, and the reason for that is because the Hydra drops a decent amount of drive orbs. This is a second fight that I would like to come back to when I have Master Form and more level ups than that. Let's see, what world should I advance? Port Royal. Let's see. Port Royal has 4 checks still in it. So let's go this way to get into the village.
Where are you? Gather! It's over! It's over!
Okay, there's going to be a couple checks in this area over here. There we go. He's on the way.
This is it. Yeah. Take this.
2 chests here. Nothing of use. Alright, so something occurs to me. So do I have Blizzara? I don't. Alright, I have to think a little carefully about what I'm going to do next. I have 22 magic. Let's see, this will be a good indication. Let's see how much it'll take. I have 1 thunder, I have 1 blizzard. It did not kill on first hit, so that's not a great indicator of what's to come. Alright, so what I'm trying to figure out for myself right now, here's an interesting tidbit about Port Royal. The zombie pirates are particularly susceptible to magic damage. They take 1.5 times damage on magic than every other enemy in the game. So what I'm trying to do is gauge whether or not I can one-shot each of them with a magic spell, and currently I cannot, so I'm a little iffy about continuing this section, because the next part is like a minute fight, and it gets a little dangerous. I prefer to push it when I have more magic. Let me think a little bit. Alright, I got an idea. I've got 2 pages, so I'm going to try to get those out of the way. And then I might start getting some of Simulated Twilight Town out of the way. Again, this is me thinking about what my next moves are, depending on the scenario I'm in. I could find something useful in here, I might not. Nothing here. Unfortunately, that means I have to play the minigame to advance the story. Talk to the pig, please! Not the mailbox! There you go. Alright, the first minigame. Basically, I'm just going to park myself in this corner, mash my A button, mash my Y button. You may notice that these minigames are sped up a little. That's because they are. We just don't like them. They waste time, but we have to do them anyway. So, if you're doing this correctly, I should end this minigame with 2 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. And in rare cases, 2 minutes and 13 seconds, although that's harder to accomplish.
Oh, sorry. That was frightening.
Okay, that's out of the way. Now I have 2 pages, so I can jump right back into the world. Every new page opens up about 3 chests, except for Spooky Cave, which has a couple of them in there. So let's grab the 3 that are here and hope something's good inside them. Nope. Alright, let's do this minigame to get this out of the way so that next time I find a torrent page, I can just jump right into the world.
Perhaps a bit more. Perhaps a bit more.
You might be wondering to yourself, what purpose is it for me to actually go out of my way to collect the medals, as this is a score-based minigame and doesn't really contribute anything to the story. There isn't. I'm kind of just doing it because I'm bored. And it keeps my thumbs warm, so... Oop. On the other side of the token, I need to make sure that I don't exceed the 10 lives that I'm given for this minigame. Because then I'll have to do it over. So, a little bit of incentive.
Thank you very much, somebody. Perhaps a bit more.
Alright. Okay. Let's actually... Yeah, alright, let's push Disney Castle a little further. So we can, and very much will, get into a situation at some point where we in the community refer to as the Curse of the Ones. That's basically when there's a lot of ones on the board, where we're looking quite desperately for important checks and we don't know where they are. We're not quite at that scenario yet, but it's getting close.
This way. Gather. Yeah. It's over. This way.
Now, the unfortunate reality is that I am not good at move the mouse, so I have to... It's something I'm still learning how to do, so I have to just wait until she gets to where I need her to be. That's phase 1 of this whole thing. Here's phase 2.
This way. Let's go.
Alright, so the name of the game here is basically getting Minnie to
This
move
way.
little bits at a time,
Let's go.
and then using faith to get all of these heartless out of my way. Because they will attempt to attack me. Like that.
This way. Let's go.
Work with me here.
This way. Let's go. Yeah. This way. Let's go. Yeah. This way. Let's go. Yeah. This way. Let's go. Ha. This way. Let's go. Yeah.
Are we
This
having
way.
fun yet?
Let's go. Yeah. This way. Let's go.
Alright, I think that's
This
enough.
way.
Let's see.
Ha.
Come on.
This way. Let's go.
Cool. Alright, I'm excited about this next part. So those of you particularly in tune to the modding scene will know that there is a new mod, a new cosmetic mod that came out that applies to the Timeless River. I am going to experience this with you for the first time, and I am excited to see it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Timeless River in full Technicolor. Oh, it looks so pretty. Alright, let's continue this. You can find this mod on Nexus Mods. It's so pretty. I love what I'm looking at. Give this a try for yourself with the OpenKH mod loader. We have everything you need on kh2rando.com. So we're gonna grab these chests here, and then we're gonna engage this this Pete fight.
What's that for?
Back off. Take this.
What? Oh, come on. There. Okay, let's head to the waterway, see how far into this world I have to dig for stuff. Alright, the answer is pretty deep, actually. And I'm not mad about it, because that means I get to spend more time in this world with the rest of you, adoring all this beautiful color work. Am I a little sad about it? Moderately, but more content's always fun.
Gather. Take this. This is it. Gather.
That's one. The unfortunate reality of this world is that I have to go through each of these windows to advance the plot. There are no important checks in any of these, so I am doing these fights purely as a method of advancing the flags so that I can get to where there are more checks.
Take this. This is it. Yeah.
Auto fail.
This is it. Back off.
Alright, I'm gonna try something though. I don't normally attempt this because I'm not that decent at it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn that auto veiler on. And you may be wondering to yourself, why do that when I don't have Valor form? Ooh, I have Auto Master too? These both might be a good idea. The answer is that even though I don't have the drive forms, I can still force the forms by using an auto command. I might not be able to do that, but if I can make it happen, I can then level up the forms even though I shouldn't. I might need to take damage for that to happen, though, which I'm a little iffy about.
Gather. Take this.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Where? Whoa. Computer, what are you doing? Stop, please. Thank you. Alright, that's 3 of the 4 worlds. Let's go into Mickey's house. It'd be really great if I get an Auto Valor or an Auto Master in here. I'm not gonna hold my breath, though.
Gather! Oh! Oh, back off! Yeah, gather!
Okay, well, is what it is. Okay, now that that's done, I get to go to the waterway.
You monks couldn't follow me if you wanted to. Later, losers. Later, losers. Oh, I can't take anymore.
Anyone who's played Kingdom Hearts 2 before probably remembers this. I have to get on here. Just hit the box. Hit the box a lot. And occasionally get ready for that reaction command there. And hit the box. Hey, reflect element. And that was the second check in here, so this world is dead. So I finally have some no-you magic, which is fantastic. One of my many favorite tools in this game. I'm going to pop that right here and put this to Blizzard. Okay, I'm going to attempt to leave through the Cornerstone Hill because I don't want to get caught in the boss fight. I don't need to spend any more time here. There are no more checks in this world. Alright, let's head back. Let's see, we are now at level 20. Brilliant. Great time to start going to Land of Dragons. So Land of Dragons is kind of your tutorial world. There's a lot of, well, it's not the full tutorial world, but there's a lot of still tutorials that pop up in this area, and there's a bunch of missions. There's a lot of slowdown. It's usually why I kind of like coming back here when I've leveled up a bit, because it makes things go a little faster. So first of all, the 3 missions. Can't leave the camp until we get these 3 missions done. In the middle of this mission, I'm going to head over this way and grab these 2 chests here. And hope that they contain one of the 3 remaining checks. It did. It had the answer report, which tells me that the dry forms have torn pages.
Gather! Yeah. It's over.
Oh. I'm really hoping at some point I find my final form and I find my Valor form. I know that my Master form is on my level up, so I don't know where between level 21 and level 50 that is. I just know it's somewhere in that range.
Yeah. This is it. Yeah. This is it. Thunder! Gather!
Oh, come on. Okay. What I'm also hoping to find, just as a random passing thought, I'm hoping that at some point I find Donald's Flare Force. That'll be very helpful for various bosses. The 3rd mission. The Heartless always spawn in the same location, so if the sooner you memorize it, the sooner that does you more favors. 3 there, 1 over here. Come on. Next one across the way. Next one over here. Back in this corner. And then back behind this tent over here. Whoop! Okay. Alright, now that those missions are done, we can leave the encampment, and we can go up the mountain. Get these Heartless out of my way. And then Rock Shaker, or Rock Shatter. Nice little optimization I know of. I'm going to try and get dead in the middle here and do Rock Shatter. It didn't work. The reason I was doing that instead of taking care of the Heartless is that if I time it correctly, I can hit both of the Heartless before they hit me with that reaction command. I'd like to find more health, too, at some point.
Yeah.
I don't have my limit form, which is sad. Oh, some more torn pages. Usually I like going into this limit, but that's okay. I don't particularly need it. Just a nice to have. Now, if I had my way, and if I'm lucky today, I will find my limit form before I consider going into Simulated Twilight Town. Pretty much because Simulated Twilight Town is the perfect place for leveling up your limit form. Because there are no partners in Simulated Twilight Town, the way that the game auto-corrects for that... Oh, well, I'm actually giving a little bit of it away. Maybe I'll wait to explain that later. It's because it's actually kind of quite fascinating. Yeah, let me wait to explain that to you. Let's just say that there's I don't know how to put it. Yeah, I don't know how to say it, so I'm not going to attempt it. Just wait, you'll see. Alright, head up the mountain to a minute fight. We are stuck here for the next minute, I believe. Yep, the next 60 seconds I can just defeat as many Heartless as I want. So this is, as an obligation, this is a perfect place for you to donate and to have your donations get read.
Back off. Take this. Gather.
You may be wondering to yourself, is there any purpose to how many Heartless I'm killing? No, I'm doing it because it's fun. It's always good to blow off a little steam here and there. Although, on the other side of the coin, it's important that I don't die, because then I just have to do this section all over again. Alright, with that out of the way, there is one check remaining here. I don't know what it is, I'm just really hoping it's for something useful. Okay, would you like to see a magic trick? Watch very closely as I go from the ridge to the village. I take this save point back to the garden, and then I return to the Land of Dragons, and... teleportation, everybody! I did not leave this area. So there are a couple of little optimizations to the randomizer like that, where I can... I refer to them incorrectly as gate warps, where I will take a save point, and you have to kind of find out for yourself where they are, but that's one of them, where I can obtain the flag for a world, leave the world, go back in, and then be closer to the next objective. Okay, Shan Yu. Unfortunately, I don't have Valor, but I do have Auto Valor. I'm gonna maybe take some damage on purpose to see if I can force this, because this is a decent fight to get some Valor experience on. Let's see if I can trigger it. Now, to the more apt of you that are wondering why I didn't attempt to skip this fight, because it is a valid strategy. Well, I'm not doing Shan Yu skip because it's not really in the spirit of the Fresh Faces tournament. In Fresh Faces, the Shan Yu skip was banned, so I'm just not going to attempt it. And I also don't know how to do it, so... one of the many tricks in this game I still have to learn for myself. Alright, I'm going to let him damage me a little on purpose just to see if I can force the... oh, hang on a second. Stop, please. Okay. I'm going to see if I can force the Auto Valor command. I don't know how much damage I have to take. And if it doesn't show up, then I'm going to stop. Come on, keep going. What on earth, dude? Like, why? How much more damage do I have to take? Oh, well, I just got healed, so that went out the window. Thanks. Thanks, Goofy. Appreciate it. Alright. I don't want to waste too much time. There's other places I can level this up. Alright, not entirely according to plan, but is what it is.
It's over.
Now, I still don't have my limit form, so that's going to give me some pause before I consider diving right back into this world. At level 22, do I want to do that? The answer is I really don't, but let's see one other thing. Occasionally I need to check my items because I've been gathering a bunch of AP boosts. I've also gathered a magic boost, a defense boost, an HDR. I'm going to need more than those. Alright, really quickly. Nope. Come on, get it right. Ugh. Don't like. Alright, let's buff this magic and then see... Because my magic's already at a 9, right? 10. Yeah, that's not going to go any higher. Alright, let's try to push Port Royal. Maybe I have enough magic stat at this point to one-shot some of these pirates. And if I don't, I'll work with it. Oop. I do not. Oh, there we go. That's an even better idea. Oh, I can one-shot them with Blizzard. That works. Well, mostly. That's what happens when you press the wrong button. Yep. So basically, I'm walking around a lot because I'm trying to line up the Blizzard shot. As you probably already noticed, I can kind of get a collateral on multiple enemies if I'm lined up correctly. Get out of my way. Alright, first attempt. I will absolutely take that. And that fight gets... that section gets a little scary sometimes. Okay, 100 Acre Wood has my baseball charm.
Yeah.
Have to gauge how important it is for me to find that immediately. The answer being not really at all. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna skip this section. Get in the... Get in the door. Thank you. So, I can skip that first fight by going into the... inside the Interceptor and then talking to William again. Now I'm on the second fight of this area. I only did that because my magic is still not exactly strong enough. Oop. Again, that matters to me because the zombie pirates take damage at 1.5x on magic.
Back off.
Oi. Oh, whiff.
Light.
Golly, alright, well there's my auto-failer. I guess this is as good a time as any for this.
Back off. This is it.
Again, this is important to note. Take note of what's happening, because I do not have Valor form. I'm only in it because I forced it with the auto-Valor command. So, this is something you might want to learn how to do for yourself if you decide to start playing the Randomizer. Play the Randomizer, by the way. It's a lot of fun. If you like Kingdom Hearts, you'll like the Randomizer. Just like that, Valor and Wisdom are already at level 3, which is awesome. But I can push them a little further. So, let's go here. It's time for everybody's favorite minigame, everybody. Let's play Yeet the Barrels. Say it with me. Yeet! Yeet! Ah, get out of my way. Yeet! Yeet! And one more time with feeling. Yeet! Okay, now that that's over, we'll head back to Isle de Muerta. Ow. Oops. Okay, too early. Get out of the... Why? Why are you in the ship? Get in the light, please. Hey, genius, I'm over here. Thank you.
This is it.
Grab this chest. Hey, my lamp charm! I don't know why I'm so excited about that. I'm not going to use it. 3 chests in this area. Ow. And then we head into the Barbossa fight. Unfortunately, again, I still don't have limit form. But I have a couple of methods in which I can use to stunlock Barbossa, and let's see if this goes right for me. First, I find the imp. Where is he? I passed him. There he is. I'm going to attempt to stunlock him by... Whoop! Ow. By hitting him with the lightning. He didn't take. Try it again. There we go. And then combo. Lightning. Combo. Lightning. Up.
Try a taste of this.
Oh, shoot. Missed it. Missed it again. Ow. Ah! Nope. Bad decision making. Alright. Let's try that again. No chest left behind. Ow.
Once again, Jack.
Find the imp. It's right over here. Alright, here we go. 1. Oh. Okay. Rats. Yes, alright, here we go. Ah, he's in the darkness. Ow. Got him. Alright.
This is it.
Oh, okay. That could have been dangerous. Can you stop? Thank you. Alright. And there was a magnet on that boss fight, which is great. I now have Magniga. The world bonus, however, did not give me the last check that was remaining, so I will have to go back in here. It could be a smart decision or a very, very stupid one to do this right now, so let's see what we're doing today. I'm at level 25, 30, 27. I don't mind those odds.
Gather.
Really would love to find my explosions sometime today. Okay, we're gonna head back to Isla de Muerta. Get stopped along the way by pirates. No. Ah. Alright, yep, see, this is a bad idea. So let's leave and come back. So this is second visit, so all the pirates have their stats basically jacked. So we will come back when we've gained a few more levels. Feels bad, man. I do not like what I'm looking at right now. But I do have a reflect. Alright, let's do something. Alright. Let's do something that might go well for me, might not. So, the more astute of you might be noticing that I'm about to go headfirst into a Roxas fight, which is supposed to be the hardest fight in the game, quote-unquote, allegedly. Let's make this look simple. Start of the fight, I'm going to reflect, full ground combo, and I'm gonna let him chase me around the room for about four different combos. Is that 4? I stopped counting. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Oh yeah, I just got one more. Alright, now I think. Alright, I'm gonna win this the end command. I'm gonna let him hit the ground and do a full ground combo on him, push him all the way up against the wall of this fighting area. I'm gonna get to his right, and then I'm going to... There we go. We have achieved cheese, ladies and gentlemen. I am... Welcome to the next 2 minutes. I'm basically now going to just continue to push him into the wall and quick run him. If you are confused, here's what's happening. Those of you that have had a hard time with this fight might remember that Roxas has a revenge value. It's a hidden value in the game where you do enough damage to him, he will start retaliating. I am not attacking him. Yeah, you heard me correctly. I am not attacking him. I am only quick running. By quick running, it swings the 2 keyblades around and it hits Roxas. It causes him chip damage. It does not contribute to his revenge value. So I will do this for the next 2 minutes and he will not retaliate. So why 2 minutes? Well, more advanced players will often go into this fight early and use this advanced strategy without the scan ability. When you don't have scan, you have no idea what the enemy's health is. So the rule of thumb there is to do this for 2 minutes straight, because that's how long it takes to safely know that you've damaged Roxas enough past the threshold to then hit him with a magic spell and then end the fight. Just like this. Done. And that awarded us a fire. Alright, so the benefit in that... Ooh, Blizzard, okay. The benefit of that is that I can now advance the World That Never Was a little bit further, because there's some checks here, and the World That Never Was is the most check-dense world right now. There are 8 checks in this world, so it's basically doing me... Ooh, okay. Doing me a lot of favors by going here early. I think I just unlocked 2 more areas in 100 Acre Wood, which are great. An Ansem report. A Hollow Bastion has torn pages, I already knew that. Let's see. Got all of them here. Let's go in here. I'm hoping that one of these is my final form. Ah! Well, there's my Feather Charm, so I know where that is now. Let's grab that, because that'll be a fun... that's actually a good find for me. If I have to press this world all the way up, that'll come in handy. Which I very might have to do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because at this point, there's only like 1 chest right before the Zigbar fight, so we're gonna have to go further into this world. Which is good news for you. More content, yay. Okay. Jeez, that was close.
This is it.
Why are there still 2 of you?
Gather.
There we go.
Yeah. Back off.
Okay. Missed the door. Okay, let's grab this chest here. So that worked out well for me. That paid a few dividends. But I'm not ready to push this any further. Let's see. Let's take our newfound pages into 100 Acre Wood. Get this out of the way. 3 chests here. And unfortunately, I will have to go into Spooky Cave, which I was expecting. But first, a calming minigame.
But the most wonderful thing about Tigger is I'm the only one.
Let's bounce!
What fun!
Okay. Alright, let's go back in. The remaining checks in this world are very, very likely to be in this next area. And if I'm particularly unlucky today, you get to see me eat the bear.
Yes.
Do you love escort missions? Neither do I.
Yes. Yes. Hurrah. Yes.
God, get out of my way. Why aren't you following me? Come on.
Yes.
Head in the center here. More bees. They're gone. Some health. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, a blizzard. Okay, so now I know exactly what's left in this world. I got a blizzard, and the last thing here is the Chicken Little summon. Where am I going? Stop. Alright, I need to concentrate for a second. Here it is. Alright. Come with me. Is it down that way? Nope, it's down this way. I think that's everything.
Gather. Yes.
Nope, it's right here. Oh, great. Okay, unless I missed one here, which I really hope I didn't, that means that Chicken Little is in Starlight Hill, so everyone gets to see Eat the Bear today. Tell you what, let's make sure of that. I think there's only 2 chests in that area. Whoop. Yeah, it's in the... Okay. Alright, so I can't go in there until I find the torn pages that are on my drive form. Alright, next steps, let's see. I think Halloween Town is calling out to me, now that we're level 27 and have a decent strength stat. So we get to fight the Prison Keeper. It is still very unfortunate that I have not found my limit form yet. I really hope that turns up somewhere. I'm probably going to have to end up pushing Beast Castle pretty short.
Back off.
Whoop.
Back off.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Take this. Take this. Here. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Alright, I hit him past the damage gate, so I'm like, why am I not hurting him?
Yeah. Back off. Yeah.
This fight has basically about 3 phases. Here comes the 3rd, I think. Oh boy.
Take this.
Okay. Hey, it had my second reflect. Yay. Okay. So there is one more check in this world. It could be on Oogie. We're gonna find out. Normally don't like doing this without my limit form. The one thing I really, really, really do not want to do is enter STT without my limit form, but if I have to, I will do it. I mean, there are a number of things I really don't want to do in this run, but that's kind of the curse of the randomizers, that sometimes you're pushed to do things that you really, really don't want to do.
No, you just try dodging this.
Yeah.
That's right.
Away
Away
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah.
I'll swat you flat.
Yeah.
That's right. Away you go. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
No, you just
Try dodging this. Ah! Ow, 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 ow. Ow.
That's right.
Where are you going?
Now you just try dodging this. That's right. Away you go.
Ow! Bruh!
That's right.
Oh my lord. Alright, I thought I had enough time to get under there. Okay. Let's do it again. Everybody loves this fight so much. Look how much fun I'm having.
From up here. Now you just try dodging this. That's right. Away you go. I'll swap you flat. That's right. Away you go.
Something is amiss.
Oh, baby. Now you just try dodging this. That's right. Away you go.
Why, bro? Why?
I'll swap you flat.
Stop persecuting me. I don't like
Away
it.
you go.
Oh boy. Okay. Hang on. I am not concentrating. Oh, bro! Why? Okay. Okay, it's okay, everyone. Everything's under control.
Now you just try dodging this. That's right. Away you go. I'll swap you flat. That's right. Away you go.
Okay, there we go. Now you can thank the randomizer team for this quality of life improvement. Watch very carefully as I beat the living tar out of Oogie, and that only took one cycle. Checks, please. Checks, please. Hey, there it is. Alright, this world's dead. So we have no reason to come back there. Unfortunately, it's not what I was looking for. Alright, thinking. Oh boy. Alright, alright, I'm gonna make a press in Beast Castle. And hope that the remaining 3 checks there have some of the tools that I'm looking for. It means that I forego some drive orbs early in this fight, but is what it is at this point. It just occurred to me, is my second chance not on? I don't think I ever turned it on. Alright, well, I'll turn that on in a second. Alright, Thresholder.
Back off! Back off!
Ugh, my muscle memory, and I almost started going into a drive form that I didn't have. I'm like, no, it's so sad.
Back off! Now then! This is it! This is it!
Ah!
Yeah.
Excuse you? Okay, there. Like, why am I hitting you so many times?
This is it.
Okay, into the dungeon. 2 checks in the dungeon. Alright, before I forget, ability check. I bet you I didn't turn it on. I didn't turn it on. No wonder that was happening. Alright, I can turn some of this stuff on. Ooh, I got a drive converter. That helps. Okay. Alright, good. Alright, so, why does that matter? That's because Second Chance is the ability that allows Sora to take a hit that would otherwise normally kill him. It will let him survive with 1 HP left on his health bar, giving him quite a literal second chance. I didn't turn off my combo! Well, okay, never mind. It's fine. Never mind, we're good.
I think this'll do the trick.
Alright, small route optimization. While Potts and Lumiere are on their way to these boxes, I'm gonna grab this chest. There's a Thunder.
It's over. It's over.
Okay.
Is this
I
all?
think this will
Let
do
them
the
do
trick.
this lantern and then go up to this chest. Get these boxes out of the way.
It's over.
Is this all?
I think this will do the trick.
Chest right before the loading zone. Into the west wing. A couple chests in here. Hey, Grand Ribbon. Those are nice for defense. Beast fight. Ow.
Compose yourself.
Okay, it did not award me a useful bonus. So I will quickly grab the chest over here, and then I will take another gate warp. I will go to the garden, and then I will dive right back in. And 1, 2, 3, like magic, I am now in Belle's room. Talk to the wardrobe, who's just as surprised as that magic trick as I was. Yes, I know, I'm great. Okay, we'll leave, and then we'll go to the next room. This is the end of the first visit to Beast Castle. Again, continues to be unfortunate that I don't have Master Form, because these fights drop a decent amount of drive orbs, but it is what it is. I forgot to move. I should have moved backward immediately. That's alright.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah! That's it, Beast. Get him! Get him! Alright, there we go. At some point I get tired of playing tag. Next fight. So I'm going to forego a reaction command here and try to damage this boss as much as I can while it's invisible. And then what I would like to do is... Never mind, I said I was going to do one thing and immediately did the other. Whatever. I will start damaging this boss and see if I can fight it off with... Nope! Okay, well, that's fine. That's just as cool, I guess. Hey, there's my Valor form. So now I can freely go in and out of into Valor form because I collected it officially. And that was the last remaining check in the world, so I don't need to come back. Actually, it gave me 2 checks. Wow, it gave me my Reflega and my Valor, so that's cool. Let's see. Where did I... Nope, okay. Thinking to myself, oh boy. Oh man, this is not preferred, bro. Okay, I got an idea. Second visit, Land of Dragons. Oh, right, I remember why I didn't go here yet. Okay, well, let's try it anyway. See if I have enough stats. I still don't have the Stitch summon. Oh, but I have, I have Chicken Little. I can use that. Alright, let's see if this goes well for me.
Gather.
Oop, why? Why did you think that would work?
Back off. Yeah, take this.
Oops.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Take this. Back off.
Oh, okay, that worked. Okay, here's what's great about doing this right now. Again, I'm going to gate warp to the grove, or is it the grove? I think it's the grove. Yeah, the bamboo grove. And then I'm going to head over to the Emperor's Palace. And go to the area of this world that is particularly chest dense. After a couple of extra fights. You know what?
Light. It's over.
Think I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I might not have thought this through.
Yeah.
Yeah, right as I was about to jump. Alright, let's not do that. Let's get through this part first, and then let's try to level up your Valor form.
Gather. This is it.
Again, still really missing my my explosion.
Yeah. Gather. It's over. Yeah.
Oh my lord. Here. Okay. Third time's the charm. Here we go.
Gather. Take this. Yeah. This is it. Take this. Gather. This is it. Take this. Gather. Yeah. It's over. Yeah.
Oh, ran out of magic. Okay, there. Alright, one more segment. We go inside the palace. This would be a great place to level up Final Form, but unfortunately I don't have it.
Wait!
So I will instead use it to try to level up Valor Form one more time. Against my better judgment.
Take this. Take this.
Okay. Come on. Alright, so, now that that's over, there are a ton of chests in the Emperor's throne room. Sorry, I was having a problem with my headphones for a second. And so we're gonna basically rob the Emperor blind. Or rob the Emperor visible. I'm just gonna rob him, he's not gonna do anything about it. Ooh, auto final. I might be able to force that. Oh, I already got everything. What am I doing? Alright, this world's dead. I got the fire element and I didn't even notice. Alright, so let's leave. Nothing else here for me. Where could this stuff be? Well, let's see. Alright, it is a very unfortunate reality that I have to push some worlds that I do not want to push. But we'll do them anyway. Now, I usually like waiting for this next segment of Space Paranoids because the next section is Screens. Screens is a fantastic area to level up both your Wisdom form and your levels, if you have the right tools. I essentially have the right tools, but I don't have enough drive forms to kind of make this worth it. I'll only get one Wisdom form level up out of this, which is sad, but I can at least power level Sora's heart a little bit. If I do this correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze 2 of the screens. I'm on purpose not going to freeze the third one. We'll now go into Wisdom. cast a bunch of, there we go. That had Torg pages on it, so that was worth it. I'm gonna leave Wisdom form, and then I'm gonna summon. I can't summon. Wait. I'm gonna summon. Where's... I don't have the... Oh, I'm stupid! Alright, this is fine. I thought I had, the baseball bat charm. I didn't. Whoops. That's my fault. It's okay, though. I can do this the old-fashioned way. Hey, cool, I leveled up enough to get my master form, so that's cool. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Now I can level Wisdom form up once more. Oh shoot, hold on. Oh man! Alright, the back of my head I was worried about that happening. I looked at the timer way too late and realized I was taking up too much time. So, here we go again. Oops. Every once in a while I make that mistake.
It's over. Tunnel. Let's go. Gather.
So this is kind of critical to me now because I know that like my master form is within range of my level ups. It was on level 34, so now I have it again. Okay, so essentially, I went from, what was I, level 27, maybe? 27, 28, and I'm now level 37. So, keep that in, that's a strat that kind of works, by the way, in the vanilla game. So take that into consideration next time you play it if you want to power level a little bit. Ansem report. Agrabah has thunder. I knew that already.
Yeah.
2 chests in here. Leave the area. And we head into hostile program. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab enough clusters to freeze the hostile program in place, and then I'm going to make use of the freeze to level up my Valor form at least one more level. I mean, it's as far as I can go basically right now, until I find final form and limit form. Come on. Oh, Goofy's not here.
Goofy!
Shoot.
Give me strength!
There we go.
Yeah! It's over! It's over!
Eh. Okay, this is alright.
Yeah!
Hey, it had the proof of peace on it. Look at that.
Take this! Yeah! It's over!
I am 2/3 of what I need through this, at minimum, to complete the seed.
Take this!
Ansem Report 4. Landed Dragons has torn pages. Knew that already. Oh, also, I have the last torn page, so I can now go back to 100 Acre Wood. Not you. And finish that world out. And I don't have to come back to Space Paranoids. I have all 3 proofs. I just need the Promise Charm. That's... Whew, that was quite the play. I'm actually hoping I find that Promise Charm sooner rather than later, because that will allow me to enable, or to use a function that's built into the randomizer to power level Sora even further, which will be useful to me because he still has a check on his level ups. Oblivion. Is it in here? It's not in here. Okay, it is on world bonus. I have to eat the bear. Whoop. Okay, well, I need more practice at that minigame, but I don't really care. I just want it out of the way. Okay, and there's the baseball charm. We're, 1000 Acre Wood is dead. Let's see. Oh, I have Master Form now, so this is a good time to push the last remaining check in Agrabah. And if you're wondering to yourself why, well, in this segment, there are some Heartless that drop a decent amount of drive orbs, and I also have a drive converter turned on, so I can make them drop even more drive orbs.
Gather!
The large bodies drop like the big drive orbs too, which I think are worth 3 drive orbs apiece.
Yeah.
Free falling.
Gather!
Ow. Okay, what I want to do here, I leveled up once. That's okay. I want to go out of drive, open the door, grab these 2 chests, neither of which had my check in it, go inside this room, and then go back into Master Form. If I do this right, this will look kind of cool.
Give me
Come on, there it is.
Gather!
Alright, Master Form on level 4. So that's actually pretty good. Because now I can basically combo this into going back to... where was I going? Olympus Coliseum. Hey, there was the final check in this world, so I have to leave here. I can go back to Olympus Coliseum and now go into the Hydra fight, which will drop even more drive orbs. I don't need to be here anymore, so I'm going to leave. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Yeah, I would like to push Olympus. And I have 1 or 2 other places that I could level up with drive forms after this. Because this will only get me to Master Form level 6. That's as high as I can push this on this fight. Another reason to come back here late in the game, depending on what checks you get, is that the Hydra is susceptible to thunder, which you do not have at this stage of the vanilla game. Ah, shoot! I just realized. Oh, man. I didn't... Okay. Well, chalk that up to not paying attention. I did not pop a HDR before I came in here, so I cannot go into drive. Cool when that happens. I love screwing up my strategies.
Get up on the Hydra's back!
Yeah.
Get up on the Hydra's back!
It's over.
Get up on the Hydra's
That bums me out.
back!
Alright, well, I guess I'll have to do it use the other quick and dirty method. Come on, stand still. Oh, I can't believe I wasted that.
This is it. It's over.
It makes me sad. It didn't drop the check anyway, which is also making me sad. Okay, so I have to go back in. Second visit Olympus Coliseum. Alright, oh, I have to... Yeah, alright. So what I'm also doing here, this is a little kind of off the beaten path for me, but what I'm doing here is I'm making use of drive forms in these tournaments because I have a drive converter turned on. And I'm getting a refill at the end of each round, too, so that's a quick little hack for you.
Right. Sora, over here.
Okay, so I think no, I have to talk to Oron. No, I don't need to do either of those things. I need to go into here. There we go. Now I talk to Oron. Okay, and then go into... Wait. Why am I confused? Hold on, do I go back into the Cave of the Dead? I think so, yeah, I go... Okay. I go this way. Pretty sure I'm doing this right. Make my way all the way to Hades' chamber. Yep, okay, we're good. Clear the nobodies out of this room.
Gather. Yeah. It's over. Gather.
Okay, head to Pain and Panic. Alright, I'm gonna test a theory on something this round. So, I cannot damage Hades. I can only just try to hit him a few times and force this fight to go over sooner than it usually does. So I have a Trinity. Yep, it does work. I basically just forced a bunch of hits on him in quick succession to make that part of the fight go faster.
That's it.
Now I'm in the real fight where we're teaming up with Hercules and I can this, and then I can damage Hades.
Take this.
How's this for you? Feel the heat. You won't stop a true hero.
Yeah. Back off. It's over.
That's it.
Oh. Oh, whiff. Okay. Alright, I'm getting scared. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. No! Okay, that's... alright. La 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 la. Let's do that again. Alright, well now I know that works, so I'm gonna do it again. So nice you get to see it twice.
That's it.
So...
Take that. That's it. You won't stop a true hero.
It's over.
Take that. You won't stop a true hero.
Okay.
Is that all you got?
It's over.
That's it.
Oh, it disappeared. Come back here,
Stop a
please.
true hero.
Back off.
Oh, stopping my combo. Cut it out.
That's it.
Ah, rats. Oh, please. Ah, rats. That would have looked really funny.
Let's
You
go.
won't stop a true hero.
Okay, that's not what I want. Come on, Herc. What are you doing? Herc?
I'm on fire.
Please?
Stop a true hero.
Thank you.
That's it.
Ah! Why? There.
This is it.
Okay. Hey, he had my promise charm. Yay. So that I now currently have in my possession the minimum amount of what I would need to do the seed normally. Again, this is an ABN seed, so it's not over until I find everything. But this is a big deal for me because I get to do this. So the randomizer has this function built in where I can take this portal to the portal of nothing, or the station of calling, and this drops a bunch of bulky vendors. The bulky vendors will drop 3,000 EXP each, and that level up just had my limit form. So I get to use this area to power level.
Let's go.
Although, I'm not going to go too far because I've already killed Sora's heart. I don't have anything else in there. I'll do one more, whatever.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, we can leave. I still got more stuff to do. Alright, so here's why that's a good time, or why that came at a good moment. Now I have the tools that I normally want in my possession before starting STT. So here we go. We're going to jail! Although it's not really jail anymore because I can freely leave the world, and the earlier versions of the randomizer, you could not leave this world freely, but that has been upgraded. Either way, let's talk about enhancements. Roxas can't glide normally. Silly game. What are you doing? What? You can't quick run Roxas? Who do you think you are? You're not Sora. Oh, this game's funny. What are you doing? Surely there are no more surprises that Roxas has up his sleeve. Roxas is that guy with no special skill set that likes to play in the struggle tournament. There's no way that he could possibly abuse the mechanics of this game by casting a spell. That would never... Oh, game, you're so silly. Alright, so here's what's happening. The randomizer, again, has another quality of life feature built into it that we refer to as Better Simulated Twilight Town. This enables the player to use a number of the functions that you gathered, such as glide, roll, aerial dodge, magic. It does you a number of favors. I'm going to Trinity this nobody because it requires 10 hits to trigger the next scene, which I can't damage it. And now that I can damage it, I will very quickly cast lightning. And don't worry, it gets even more crazy than that. If you want to see how to break something, this is... Well, you're going to see how to break something. Okay, I will pretend I'm saving and not do that. Okay, leave the spot and head to the station heights. Okay. We will briefly live the American dream of accepting a job, quitting that job, and still getting paid for that job anyway. Okay, that's day 2 out of the way. Day 3. I always make that mistake. Let's go the right way. There we go. Again, I cannot damage this nobody in this section, so I will once again Trinity into it to make the scene just go faster. Oop, missed it. There we go. Now, you heard me mention it before, and it bears repeating. The simulated Twilight Town in the Randomizer is the best place. I mean, well, it depends on who you are, too, but it's one of the best places to level up your limit form. And that's because you can go into limit form freely as part of Better STT, and every time you exit limit form, you will get a drive gauge refill. So I'm in limit form. I will use these commands to level up the form. Again, you get 1 EXP per completed limit command. I will revert, go back into limit form again. Do that, revert, go further, go back into limit form. Revert. Go back into limit form. Revert. And then I'm going to enter this next section in limit form. This is something I learned and tried to train myself to do recently. For the Twilight Thorn fight. Actually, wait a minute. Can I... Oh, you know what? Yep, I will Ragnarok. Okay, I think that worked right. I just did a bunch of damage to him. If you're wondering, does this fight look sped up? Why, yes, it is. I will break raid. And then I will do an Ars Arcanum. And that fight is donezo. That is day... What was that, day 3? Day 4. Yeah. Okay, the Struggle Tournament. Alright. You came to see Broken. You paid for your seat. You're only gonna need the edge. The tournament begins. And as soon as it begins, I am going to...
Ready, Roxas?
Trinity Limit! Oop, I didn't have enough draws turned on? Okay, that match is over. No, you cannot do this in the vanilla game. For reasons that I think should be obvious. And you might be thinking to yourself, boy, that was cool. I really want to see that again. Well, let me tell you, you're in luck. Round 2 is... Where are my draws? Over. When suddenly heartless. Gone. When suddenly Axel.
That's more like it.
defeated. And onwards to round 3. Oop. But you might be thinking to yourself, okay, surely you can't just do this on the champion. There has to be a protection about that, right? No.
I'm not supposed to lose.
I'm sure that's breaking several rules somewhere, but I don't really care. And just like that, day 5. Day 4? 5? That day's over. Alright, which basically means our fun is over, now it's time to do some homework. We're gonna go to the station. Go into the train, go back on the train again. Grab the 3 chests that are in the station. Ansem report. Port Royal has my lamp charm. Okay. Well, I knew that already. Okay, grab 4 chests in this area. I always get messed up where they are. Here. Here. Hey, there's my once more. That's a good find because... Oh, wow. STT's dead. Holy cow. Alright, let me see if I can take this time to leave. Hold on. Will it let me go to... It didn't have my final form. Wow. Alright. Let's see if I can go into the spot and leave this world. Okay, cool. Let's see. Great. Excellent news all around. Let's see. Now that I'm level 43, let's head back to Port Royal and do second visit. I should be able to mollywop a lot of things that come my way. Ah, too early. Come on.
Back off.
Okay, that fight's over, leave. And we go into Grim Reaper 1. Let's see, all my things are at 5. I think this is a good area to switch my party.
Goofy! Let's go! Yeah, back off! Yeah! Take this!
There's level 6.
It's over!
So I'm still putting emphasis on trying to level up my drive forms because there's still a check on drive forms, and I don't know which one has it. It probably is on final, which I still have no idea where that is. I'm hoping I find it in this world. Okay, not in there. 3 chests in the next area. Excuse you. Not here. Let's see. Grab this chest. Blazing stone. Oh, it was a thunder element. Okay, we can basically leave. I think I need to defeat this this gambler before I can, or game master. I don't remember what nobody that was. So the only magic I'm missing is a cure, which it's just not useful to me. So this final form is, man, it's hidden real deep. Really hope it's not in. It could be in the world that never was. I'm gonna take a second to check my abilities again, and check Donald's abilities because I'm really hoping that he has Flare Force. Okay. Abilities for Donald. He has Flare Force. Okay. So I'm going to make a small push in... why am I going in here? I don't remember what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to make a small push in the world that never was. And if I'm... I say if I'm lucky. This is something that I'm still kind of learning how to do better, because I've done it a few times. But if I'm lucky, I can DM skip on this fight and make this look really cool.
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
Alright, here we go.
Gotcha now! You clever little sneak!
Ow. Okay, dude. Come on.
This is it. Back off.
So what
Ah!
do you think?
Ow. Come on. Bruh.
Reload.
Back off. It's over.
I think I want to get him to... I want to damage him a little bit more. I need to be careful of it. Alright, I think this is right. Let's see.
Okay, now we're talking.
Take this.
Come on.
Yeah.
Stop warping. Oh, you... I missed it. Nope, he's gonna DM skip. Alright, well, that would've looked really cool. Ow, ow, ow.
Let's see how you dance.
Thank you.
Okay. Come on. Donald. Yeah.
Bruh! Stop, please.
Back off.
Oh, my lord. Alright, so I wasn't able to DM skip him, but I was able to do that one attempt, so I will very happily take that, because sometimes that fight just kind of irks me. It just messes with me. But so now that fight's out of the way, I will grab the chest in this area. Ooh, hey, Stera. Halloween Town is fire element, yay. I already knew that. 2 more checks in the world that never was. And there's one of them, the money pouch. Still no sign of my final form, though. I have Peter Pan? Yeah, I do. Okay. And I also have Limit, so first we're going to do the Luke Sword fight. Okay, Luke Sword. Luke Sword will immediately turn me into a set of dice. I can dodge the wrong way. And... oh, that's iffy. Yep. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Attempt number 2.
The first to run out of time is...
Try this again, and this time dodge the right way. Let's dodge backwards to avoid getting hit, and then go into him to run down the form timer. Alright, now that we're free...
A challenge, is it? Do you know the rules?
Yeah. This is it. Back off. Take this.
Look closely.
So, everyone's got their own opinions of this game. I don't particularly think this fight is that difficult when you know the ins and outs of how the mechanics work.
Look closely.
You can make your own opinions, but I happen to think that this is the easy fight.
This is it.
Ow.
Look closely.
Yeah, this is it. Give me strength. Give me strength. This is it.
Excuse you?
It's over. This is it. Back off. Take this.
Ah, okay. Well, I tried. I tried to see if I could DM skip him. I couldn't. It's okay. The cinematic ending's more interesting anyway.
Sora. Do you know the rules?
And good night, everybody. I don't have magic. I don't have magic. I don't have. Now I do.
Don't you know
Okay.
the game quite well?
Oh, that had the... Oh, that makes me sad. Alright, so... Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I have no reason to do this. I just want to do this because I want to show off my favorite stun lock in the game.
Do you feel it?
It amuses me.
Moon, shine down.
I'm gonna let him go into Berserk. Oop. Grab that. Throw him out of Berserk.
This is it.
Summon Peter Pan.
Light.
And...
Take that. Take that. Yeah. Take that. Take that.
Oop.
Take that.
Okay.
Take that.
Missed the button press for a second.
Take that. Take that. Yeah. Take that.
By the way, this does work on the data fight. So if you're deciding to go play, I don't know, say a critical run of the game and trying to do the Data 13, this is an excellent way to cheese Data Psyx. So use that to your advantage because you can and should farm defense ups that way. Alright, we don't need to waste any more time here, so we're not gonna. I mean, I wanted to, so I did. But now that that's done, we're going to leave. And... Wow! Okay, so it's... Ooh, jeez, that's awful, actually. Alright, so... What do I want to do here? Yikes. Alright, Hollow Bastion. I hope my final form's here. Yeah, so remember this place? How we left it like hours ago?
Gather. Back off.
Okay, with that done. Okay, so the Cavern of Remembrance. In the Fresh Faces format, the Cavern of Remembrance is not randomizing any items. I am going in here because this is a good place to grind for drive orbs.
Let's go.
With these red doohickeys right here. I can only get this up to level 6, so I'm kind of wasting a little bit of my time in here. Yeah, alright, you know what? I'll come back. This would be more worth it when I find Final Form, if I need to come back and level that up. So let's push this forward. There's only 3 checks left on the board that I need to find.
Gather. Gather. Gather.
I am going to About Face and go back to where I just came from and grab these 2 checks right over here. Alright, Demix.
Dance, water, dance.
I don't know what to say that people don't already not know about this fight. Relatively straightforward.
It's over. Oh It's over. Back off. Back off. Let's go. Like it. Like it. It's over. This is it. Take this.
Almost didn't lose anti-tips again.
Come on, keep to the beat.
Can you not, please? Thank you. There we go. I don't think that bonus awarded me what I was looking for. So, yep, Final Fantasy fights. Here we go. High probability that what I'm looking for is in the Crystal Fissure. So we're going to try to get to that section as fast as possible.
Here you go. All right, get going.
Help out. Take this. It's over. Back off. Take this.
That's two.
It's over. This is it. Back off.
Hurry, go on
I
ahead.
don't think I turned that MP Hystera on. I should check that.
It's over. Gather. Gather.
Okay. Am I lucky or am I unlucky today? If I'm lucky, they will be one of the 4 chests in the Crystal Fissure here. Hey, there's my explosion. It is not here. We're going to the pit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of AP. Hold on. Oh, actually. And... Okay. Wait a minute. Use my 24 AP boost that I've been pooling. Abilities. Turn my explosion on. Hystera. Okay. Let's go to the pit. In the vanilla game, I find this is a good place to level up Limit Form. Unfortunately, Limit Form is as boosted as it can go right now, so I'll show you a different way to do this. I will go first person, and I will Magniga, and I will just keep my camera down here and walk.
Gather. Gather. Gather.
Okay, I'm now out of magic, so I need to wait until it recharges.
It's over.
Actually, I don't need to wait. There we go.
Gather. Gather.
Oop, come on.
Gather. Gather.
Ow, ow, ow.
Gather. Gather.
And the pit's done. So that's a strategy I learned a couple months back. Give that a try if you ever want to play the randomizer for yourself, because it's more fun than it probably should be. It still didn't give me the check! Oh no! Alright, so that means that the check is buried deep into this world in one of 2 places. It's either on Fairy Chest. Let's find out if it is. It is not! It's in the Great Maw! Oh my lord, the travesty. Alright, so I have to go from one side of the map all the way back to the other. Yeah, this means the check that I'm looking for is on Mushroom 13. Thankfully I have all 3 proofs on me, because if I didn't, I would only be able to get this check if I had the Proof of Peace on me. Alright, come on. Nothing to see here. Alright, you guys have something I want. And they have bestowed upon me a cure element. Absolutely not what I was looking for. So let me explain to you why that's bad news. Because I don't know if the last check I'm looking for is on Final Form or not. The last thing I have to do is find the check that's remaining in Twilight Town, which I really, really did not want to do without Final Form. Especially because the fight that I'm about to go into is one of those death abuse worthy fights where you can fight a ton of nobodies in one go. If I had Final Form right now, I would easily be able to get this up to level 5.
Gather.
But I don't, and I cannot.
This is it. This is it.
So this is
Gather.
late-stage shenanigans that are super unfortunate.
This is it. Gather. Gather.
Hey, wait a minute.
Gather.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, what am I doing? Alright, that's done. Hey, the ultimate weapon. 20 bucks that has bad stats on it. Let's see. 8-8? Nah, not awful, but not great either. Also bears mentioning that we're still in First Visit Twilight Town, to which there are 3, so I have yet to determine how unlucky I am right now. If I'm really unlucky, that last remaining check in this world is going to be on the 3rd visit. Let's hope it doesn't go that far, because that's just going to make it really harder to level up my Final Form. The good news, however, is that I have, like, the bulk of the tools that the game would give me. The only thing I'm missing other than my Final Form is my Stitch Summon. Again, we're playing ABN, so I need to find every check before I finish the game. Wait, where's the... Oh, there it is. Oy, alright. Well, here we go. Climb the tower. So I'm going to use these opportunities to level up Wisdom Form and maybe a little bit of Master.
Let's go. Gather. Yeah. Ha. Gather. Gather.
Round 2.
Gather. Gather. Yeah. Gather.
Okay. Didn't level up. Okay, this chest. Donald, get out of the way. Did not have what I needed. Oop, come on. Still not what I needed. Still not what I needed. Alright, that means we're going in the second visit. Take a chance to turn that on for a second. And my explosion. Oh, explosion's already on. Okay. Alright, so this is unfortunate because I really have to waste this visit. This would have been a great place to level up Final Form. I still have a couple places left where I can still level it up, assuming that Final Form is in this area.
Gather! Yeah!
Oh, missed. Okay. That fight's done. World bonus did not have what I wanted, or that fight bonus, rather. Alright, we leave the world via the train station, and then we jump right back into third visit. Actually, I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna go... Yeah, alright. Wait, nope, better idea. Not here. Let's go back to Disney Castle, because I didn't clear that world, so... Right now I want to go to a place that has a high amount of low-level Heartless. That would be Disney Castle. I can leave here and go into Wisdom and knock out a few.
Whoa! Right! Thunder! Yeah! Thunder!
Alright, wasn't on Wisdom. It could be on Master. Let's see, I have a Drive Converter on, so this is just as a valid strategy.
Gather! Yeah! Give me strength! Give me strength!
It was not on any of those. Alright, it's on... Well, it might still be on any of them, but I was hoping that my Final Form would be on one of the level 6s there. It wasn't. So it could only really be in Twilight Town. It has to be there. Alright, let's start searching for some checks through the Sunset Station and hope we find it along the way. Grab this. Is there one over here? Yep. Ah, I went the wrong way. Not any of those. Two more in this section. Finishing plus. And there are 4 at Sunset Station. There's my Final Form. Alright, this world's dead. We're leaving. Okay. Actually, I'm not going to immediately leave the world, because the last thing is on my drive forms, and I have a strong hunch it's on final, so what we're going to do is go to exit 4. You know what I should be doing? Wait, what? Oh, darn. Hang on. How many HDRs do I have? I have 2. Okay, perfect.
Let's go! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Gather!
Come on.
Gather! Take this!
More? More? Yep.
Gather! Thunder!
Not on level 3.
Gather!
Okay, yeah, this is fine.
Gather.
Alright, so I'm gonna throw myself in a magic charge on purpose.
Gather. Take this.
So I can get enough to go back into my final form here.
This is it. Light. Thunder.
I'm level 4.
Back off. Back off. Gather.
Oi. Into the mansion we go. There are a few more nobodies in here that we can kind of mess around with. Not very many, though. Okay. So, again, there's the only reason I'm still staying here is because I need to... Actually, you know, why am I still staying here? I leveled up a little bit. There's an MP haste. Actually, that's kind of useful. I don't want to push this all the way to world exit because then I'm going to get stuck there. I do, however, want to leave. Alright, now that I have every form, I have to do a little bit of grinding. Again, the best place for Heartless is Disney Castle, so we can actually go back there and do Wisdom. I can actually do Wisdom and Valor there. I don't know why it put me back in here, but okay. Blech. Alright. Wisdom.
Gather. Gather.
Alright, so this is basically the game of which one is it gonna be first.
Gather.
Boy, come on. Alright, it was not Wisdom. So let's see if it's on Valor. The way I'm going to do Valor is I'm going to go to the world that never was, because the Heartless at the beginning of this area are particularly beefy. After I backtrack all the way there. And then I can go off, I can take a trip back up the tower and grind out Final Form. Oh, stairway.
Yeah. Back off. It's over.
Come on. This is just painful. This is the importance of trying to find places to level up your forms and remembering where they are. I think some Neo Shadows will spawn here too, which are even great. It will be even better than knock around. Hello? Oh, there's one.
This is it. Yes. It's over. It's over. Yeah. It's over. This is it. Yeah.
Okay, it was not on Valor form. So trying to up my dry forms.
Gather.
Put myself in a charge on purpose so that I can charge my magic again. And see if it's on final.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. Gather.
Alright, I have to think my way through this. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to leave and come back.
Yeah. Back off.
I'm gonna go into the Cavern of Remembrance and grind out my master form there, unless I get to... No... You know what? Here's a thought. Let's actually do Limit first. Because Limit will be easy. Limit will be... STT. I just gotta go someplace where I can get into a fight here. I'm doing... Which day was I on? I did homework already, right? Oh, okay, yeah, I was on my way to the mansion. Can I? I can freely go into limit form, but I can't, yeah, I can't, okay. Oh, it didn't refill, that's interesting. That's a little curious, okay, well. Push this into the next day so I can finish leveling up limit form. Alright, here we go. What? Have to see if I can do that a few more times.
Yeah.
Actually, there absolutely will be a few more times I can do that.
Yeah. Give me strength. Take this. Let's go. Yeah, this is it.
Okay, it was not on limit form. So it's on master or it's on final. So using this refill, we will head over to Hollow Bastion again and see if it's on master form. Boy, alright, now I gotta backtrack to the postern. Come on. Okay.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, that one's out. I'm going to go out here into this area. I might tinker with these chests to see if they have anything useful. They also, these Heartless will also drop drive worms, so this is within my best interest, kinda.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if I can... Oh! Ah! Oh, that wanted me dead. Alright. Up here. Okay, so the trick here is I'm gonna take these... I'm gonna use the two red balls over here, or the blue balls, actually. Ah, funny. And I'm going to drain them of the drive orbs.
Yeah.
Hey, there's my ukulele charm. Alright, we are done. That was the last thing on the list. We have every check. So we are now in position to finish the seed. Alright, we're gonna leave. I'm level 50 already, huh? Wow, alright, so we're going to go back to the garden, take the portal, and head into the world that never was and begin final fights. Here we go. Alright, here we go, everybody. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to use the reaction command here. I'm going to glide into this pit. It's less cinematic that way, but it is faster than taking the reaction command to do that section. Next here. I only have a glide 3, so I'm going to play this section a little safe. I'm just going to glide to this area and take the first reaction command. I'm going to summon Stitch, who I need to be using to refill my magic, because all I need to do here is just magnet.
Gather. Gather. Gather.
And when I start to run low, Stitch will lick the MP bar, and he will... Oops, wasn't paying attention. And he will refill my MP gauge. Which will come in handy on more than one occasion.
Gather. 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 Gather.
Alright, Energy Core. Benefit of the summon is that Stitch remains summoned. So I'll go in here, damage the core, and just kind of go ham with some gather magic here. Stitch also has a couple of abilities where he can block and then he can make them... He can do that, basically. He can juggle some of the nobodies for me.
It's over. Back off. Yeah.
Now what am I doing? There we go.
This is it. Yeah.
And forward. Armored Zenmus 1. So this will look really cool if I get it right, because my magic stat is cracked. If I go up here
Take this.
and reflect, and reflect a couple more times. Whoop. Ah, I missed it. Hold on. Ah. Alright, there we go. That's Armored Zenmus 1. You may be thinking to yourself, well, Dragon Zenmus is next, right? Well, yes, it also... No. We'll go into, right into Armored Zenmus 2. We hate Dragon Zenmus, we don't like it, so we took it out of the randomizer. You're welcome, world. Alright, that's 1 HP gate.
Hearts are power.
Nothingness is eternal.
Embrace nothing.
Ah. Did I get him? Now I did. Okay, second HP gate.
Nothing.
I'm gonna glide this way this time.
Nothingness is eternal. Embrace nothing.
And... Okay, basically death by 1,000 paper cuts. Here we go, final Zenmus. Now, one last trick that I'm going to try really hard for. The randomizer allows us to do something, you may have heard me use the term DM skip before. We've coined the term dome skip in the randomizer community, which allows me, if I do this correctly, to kill Zenmus before the dome. Let's see if I can do that. 1, 2, 3. 2. Time will be coming up after the final hit on Zenmus, or if I get domed, I'll say it, I'll run again.
Take this. Right.
Ah! No! What? What are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. Oh, laser phase. Right. Well. I need to be careful. I don't want to damage him too much.
Why don't you
Son of a gun. Alright, I'm just not gonna... That's the wrong one! Come on. Thank you, Riku.
Why don't you vanish?
Oh my god, okay, I did it wrong. Alright, I'm gonna take one death because I want to try to show this off. And if it doesn't go well from the second time, then I'll just take the dome. To reiterate, I am dying on purpose.
Anger and hate are supreme.
One more attempt. 1, 2, 3, 1, Oh, ooh, this is gonna be close. Alright, hang on. Time might be coming up. Be ready. Don't you do it! Don't you do it! Time! Ooh, alright. That was a dome skip. Whoa! Woo! That was 244.17 total. That was a 2:30:37 loadless timer. Let's go! Wow, boy. All right. Cool. Yeah, so that was a dome skip. Everyone's kind of got their own different method for doing that. That's mine. So I will very briefly, I might be overestimate here, I know. I don't know. I want to say that, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for accepting this run. It was really fun. Thank you for donating to upgrade that to ABN. I always love doing those. I think, yeah, thank you for being here. If you guys want to play the randomizer for yourself, I totally encourage you to do that. We have a site that has everything you need to get started at kh2rando.com. That's kh2rando.com. You can find downloads to everything you need, the tracker, the generator. You just need to source a copy of the game for yourself, which is now available on Steam, and yes, all the tools work. So if you're interested in giving this a try, we have play sets ready for you that are great for learning. We have a whole Discord community ready to teach you tricks, and the Discord is constantly putting on new tournaments and events for everybody, so please go check this out and go give this a try for yourself. I think that's the bulk of what I have to say. Thank you for having me. Happy Advent. Happy next 3 weeks of Themeathon, and of course, from my family to yours, a very Merry Christmas. Thank you, everybody. Much love.